Get ready because the news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the must-know updates you cannot miss. The world is spinning faster than ever, and staying informed is key. We're diving deep into stories that are making waves, shaping industries, and capturing global attention. From thrilling entertainment developments to critical insights, buckle up because you're about to get the inside scoop on what truly matters. You absolutely need to see this. First up, a highly anticipated prequel series is dropping, bringing back fan-favorite characters and delving into a darker, untold chapter. We're talking about the return of Taylor Kitsch and Chris Pratt in the terminal list, Dark Wolf, and this is your exclusive preview. Get ready for a deep dive into the origins of a complex character, exploring the high-stakes journey that forged a legend. It's more than just a show, it's an origin story packed with action and suspense. Then, we're breaking down exactly what you need to know about this gripping new series. We'll uncover the hidden details, the surprising twists, and the real-life inspirations behind the on-screen drama. From veteran insights to the creative process, we're giving you the full picture. Why is this prequel so significant, and what can we expect from the expanded universe? Next, we're exploring the critical reception and what critics are saying about this ambitious new project. Is it living up to the hype? We'll get into the performances, the storytelling, and whether this prequel truly enhances the original narrative. Plus, we're looking at how this series fits into the current landscape of action-packed dramas. And finally, we're hearing directly from the stars themselves. Chris Pratt is giving us the inside scoop on portraying James Reece in this earlier, lighter phase of his character's life. What's it like to revisit a beloved role and explore its origins? We'll get the unfiltered take from the cast and crew, revealing the passion and dedication poured into every frame. Don't miss a single second. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Taylor Kitsch and Chris Pratt reunite for the terminal list, Dark Wolf prequel. Prepare for an adrenaline-fueled dive into the origins of a complex character as the terminal list, Dark Wolf, emerges, bringing back fan-favorite actors Taylor Kitsch and Chris Pratt. This highly anticipated prequel series, based on the characters crafted by author Jack Carr, promises to explore a darker, untold chapter of the terminal list universe. Rick Damigella reports on the return of these stars, setting the stage for a narrative that delves deep into the high-stakes journey that forged a legend, offering viewers an exclusive preview into the creation of this gripping story. The series is set to illuminate the complex backstory of Ben Edwards, a character whose journey from Navy SEAL to CIA paramilitary operator is central to the unfolding drama. Taylor Kitsch reprises his role, and his portrayal in the first season was so compelling that it inspired author Jack Carr to flesh out Edwards' character further. Carr, a former Navy SEAL himself, felt that Edwards, despite his ultimate fate in the first season, deserved a deeper exploration of his past. This desire to understand how Edwards arrived at his pivotal, darker decisions is the driving force behind Dark Wolf. The series aims to meticulously detail Edwards' service alongside James Reece's SEALs and the events that led to his betrayal of his close friend. Dark Wolf is not directly based on any of Carr's existing books, but it does draw inspiration from the broader terminal list narrative. Interestingly, the sixth book in the series, Cry Havoc, also adopts a prequel format, focusing on Reece's father. This suggests a deliberate effort to expand the universe by exploring foundational stories. It's so interesting because you know how it ends up, but you don't know how he got there, Carr remarked about Edwards in Dark Wolf. SEAL veteran Jard Shaw, who portrays Ernest Boozer Vickers and also serves as a writer, technical advisor, and executive producer, added, Edwards is seen as a good-hearted guy, a good soul, and like everyone, he has things he is struggling with. What happened? What went wrong with such a good dude? How did he immerse himself in the dark side and make that decision? The production boasts significant involvement from veterans, with Pratt noting that 5 of the 7 Dark Wolf episodes are co-written by veterans. Pratt himself cherishes a prop from the first season, a wooden U.S. flag challenge coin holder, which has become a symbol of the gratitude he receives from veterans. My flag is completely covered in challenge coins, Pratt shared. I can't tell you the number of veterans who have come up to me and asked to talk. They are giving me thanks, which is wild because if anyone in that interaction deserves gratitude, It's the person handing me the challenge coin who put their butt on the line defending my freedom. New characters are introduced to enrich the Dark Wolf universe. Ronali Shimon joins as Eliza Parash, a former Israeli Mossad agent partnering with the CIA. Tom Hopper appears as Rafe Hastings, a formidable Navy SEAL from Zimbabwe, and Dar Salim portrays Mo Farouk, an Iraqi Special Forces commander with CIA training. The series aims to provide a comprehensive origin story, shedding light on the paths of these characters and their intricate relationships, particularly the brotherhood forged between Edwards and Reece. Don't miss the full story behind Ben Edwards' transformation. Next, we'll break down the 5 key things you absolutely need to know about this gripping prequel. 5 essential insights into the Terminal List, Dark Wolf. As the Terminal List, Dark Wolf premieres, fans are eager to understand the intricate details of this prequel series. This article provides 5 crucial points to know, offering context from the first season and delving into the motivations behind expanding the narrative around the character of Ben Edwards, portrayed by Taylor Kitsch. Edwards' pivotal role and his eventual betrayal in Season 1, which saw him killed, spurred author Jack Carr to explore his backstory, leading to the creation of this prequel. Dark Wolf chronicles Edwards' evolution from a decorated Navy SEAL to a CIA paramilitary operator. Amazon Prime Video is releasing the series with 3 episodes on its premiere day, followed by weekly installments until the season finale on September 24th. Chris Pratt, who reprises his role as James Reece and also serves as an executive producer, highlighted the significance of veteran involvement, noting that 5 of the 7 episodes are co-written by veterans. Pratt expressed his deep appreciation for the veteran community, often receiving challenge coins from service members, symbolizing their gratitude for his portrayal of Reece. He stated, "I can't tell you the number of veterans who have come up to me and asked to talk. They are giving me thanks, which is wild because if anyone in that interaction deserves gratitude, it's the person handing me the challenge coin who put their butt on the line defending my freedom." The series introduces new characters essential to Edwards' narrative arc. Ronali Shimon joins as Eliza Parash, a former Israeli Mossad agent who becomes a CIA partner. Tom Hopper is cast as Rafe Hastings, a formidable Navy SEAL from Zimbabwe, and Dar Salim plays Mo Farouk, an Iraqi Special Forces commander trained by the CIA. These additions are expected to deepen the complexity of the storyline and explore the dynamics of international operations and espionage. Carr's motivation for the prequel stemmed from Kitsch's impactful performance in Season 1. He felt Kitsch's portrayal of Edwards' betrayal was particularly visceral for the audience, prompting a desire to explore the internal struggles that led Edwards down such a dark path. Dark Wolf is not directly adapted from Carr's existing books, though his 6th book, Cry Havoc, is also a prequel focusing on Reece's father. This prequel format allows for a deep dive into character development, particularly examining how a seemingly good-hearted individual like Edwards could make such morally compromising decisions. Jard Shaw, a SEAL veteran who plays Ernest Boozer Vickers and contributes as a writer and executive producer, elaborated on the character's transformation. Edwards is seen as a good-hearted guy, a good soul, and like everyone, he has things he is struggling with. What happened? What went wrong with such a good dude? How did he immerse himself in the dark side and make that decision? The series aims to answer these questions, providing a comprehensive look at Edwards' motivations and the circumstances that shaped him. Pratt's involvement in the series, including his role as an executive producer, underscores his commitment to the Terminal List universe and its authentic portrayal of military life and its challenges. Discover the critical perspective on this highly anticipated prequel. Next, we'll analyze the audience reception and the critical reviews for the Terminal List, Dark Wolf. Stream it or skip it, The Terminal List, Dark Wolf, a prequel deep dive. The Terminal List, Dark Wolf, emerges on Prime Video as a 7-episode prequel, revisiting the compelling character of Ben Edwards, brought to life by Taylor Kitsch. Co-created by Jack Carr, the author of the book series, and showrunner David DiGilio, this series aims to shed light on Edwards' journey from Navy SEAL to a more complex role, hinting at his eventual turn towards darker affiliations. Chris Pratt also returns as James Reece, with new additions including Tom Hopper, Dar Salim, and Luke Hemsworth, enriching the Terminal List universe. The series opens with Ben Edwards' voiceover pondering, "What are we fighting for when we step on that battlefield?" This introspective tone sets the stage as the narrative flashes back to 2015 in Mosul, Iraq. Here, Edwards and Lieutenant Rafe Hastings, Hopper lead a Navy SEAL Advise and Assist team training Iraqi Special Operations Forces. The core of their mission, as Edwards emphasizes, is ensuring teammate safety. The most important part of this is getting your teammate to cover. This foundational principle is contrasted with the impending shift in Edwards' career as Lieutenant Commander James Reece, Pratt, arrives to take over the training, bringing words of encouragement that highlight themes of honor and the realities of deployment. Dark Wolf explores the deep brotherhood forged among these special operators, a bond that Edwards will later grapple with as his circumstances with the SEALs change dramatically. The series delves into the transition a highly trained individual makes when leaving such a close-knit community, with the CIA emerging as a potential path. The narrative also reveals that Rafe Hastings will join Edwards in this transition, driven by his own deep-seated family history with war. While the outcome of Edwards' story is known from the original series, Dark Wolf is billed as an origin story, promising to illuminate the good and the bad that shaped Ben Edwards. Comparisons are drawn to other popular action series like SEAL Team, Jack Ryan, and shows within the Taylor Sheridan universe, suggesting Dark Wolf aims to fill a void in action-oriented dad TV. The series also features LaMonica Garrett, known for his roles in Sheridan's, Yellowstone, and Lioness, as a SEAL commander. Early episodes are noted for their depiction of SEAL camaraderie, with characters engaging in intense training and expressing strong bonds, encapsulated by phrases like "Long live the Brotherhood." Despite this, the review expresses an anticipation for the narrative to progress beyond the initial setup. The review highlights the thematic exploration of duty and brotherhood, particularly as Edwards and Hastings navigate the complexities of CIA operations. The series is noted for its potential to show how Ben Edwards became the titular Dark Wolf. The review acknowledges the presence of action, jocularity, and serious tactical dialogue, which are key draws for this genre. Taylor Kitsch's performance is a focal point, with the review expressing interest in how he builds upon his previous portrayal of Edwards or reveals his origins. Find out what Chris Pratt himself has to say about this new chapter. Coming up next, we'll get Chris Pratt's perspective on portraying James Reece in Terminal List, Dark Wolf. Chris Pratt on Terminal List, Dark Wolf, a lighter Reece revealed. Chris Pratt, known for his iconic roles in Jurassic World and Guardians of the Galaxy, offers a unique perspective on his character James Reece in the new prequel series, The Terminal List, Dark Wolf. Premiering on Prime Video, this action thriller, co-created by author Jack Carr and David DiGilio, explores a period 7 years prior to the events of the first season. Pratt describes this iteration of Reece as the lightest version viewers will likely see, emphasizing that it precedes the devastating loss of his team and family. In Dark Wolf, Reece is depicted as a commander in the SEALs, a Mustang lieutenant constantly facing life-and-death situations, which keeps the stakes exceptionally high. Pratt highlights the authentic camaraderie among the SEALs in 2015 Iraq, where they are shown relying on each other implicitly. "You will see a level of very authentic camaraderie that happens between these guys," Pratt told UPI. "They're giving each other expletive, and they're having fun, and there is a special bond of love and a real brotherhood that even when I watch it, I'm kind of jealous of it. I'm like, man, that's so cool. These guys are like the coolest fraternity in the world." Taylor Kitsch, who plays Ben Edwards, agrees that the relationship between Edwards and Reece is particularly strong in this prequel. "They're at their best," Kitsch stated. "They're the tightest they've probably ever been." Both actors found it surprisingly easy to step back into these roles, despite knowing the tragic trajectory of their characters. Kitsch explained his preparation involved developing a strong backstory for Ben Edwards, making the transition to playing out that history feel natural. "That's the prep I'd already done to get ready for Season 1. So, obviously, we're adding some curveballs and little things to Ben as we start writing Dark Wolf. as it is 7 years earlier, but my job is to prep and have a backstory and who he is, and, so, I loved it that we can actually play it out instead of just in my notes," he said. Pratt felt that deepening the characters' connections and incorporating moments of genuine fun would amplify the tragedy of Season 1's conclusion. "So, I really wanted to push hard into loving one another, caring for one another, and having fun with another in that regard, because I thought being able to hinge one off of the other was really going to be effective storytelling," he explained. The production's commitment to authenticity is paramount, with a strong emphasis on involving real military veterans. Both Pratt and Kitsch have expressed their deep respect for the veteran community, stemming from their experiences in Lone Survivor and Zero Dark 30. Pratt noted the significant benefits for veterans working on the show, particularly the catharsis they experience by applying their specialized training in a safe, constructive environment. "For me, the most amazing part was seeing the catharsis from these men who are so specially trained to do what they do, who can't really execute their training without putting themselves in dire situations," Pratt said. "There's very few outlets for guys like that, where they can take their training and serve a greater good, and the greater good for this is a vision for the story, and so, to see them be at their peak and show what they're capable of, but in a situation where their life's not in danger, is really special, and it's given them a new life and a new purpose, and to be part of that is truly the single most meaningful aspect of this entire ride." Kitsch echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the collaborative and familial atmosphere on set. "They become family and brothers," he said. "Offset, we're super close and it's not just about shooting. We really do go and hang out and hike and do this kind of stuff together, so it's been an incredible process. We've covered the series, the details, and the stars. What's the final word? Get ready for the lightning round recap and your full call to action." That's a wrap on today's explosive updates. We saw Taylor Kitsch and Chris Pratt return for the highly anticipated Terminal List, Dark Wolf, Prequel, diving deep into character origins. We broke down the 5 essential things you need to know about this gripping new series, from new characters to veteran insights. Critics are weighing in, and we've got the scoop on whether Dark Wolf lives up to the hype. Plus, Chris Pratt shared his thoughts on portraying a lighter version of James Reece in this action-packed prequel. Don't miss out on any of our updates. Make sure you're subscribed to Tom's Spotlight, hit that notification bell, leave a comment with your thoughts on the show, and follow us on all social media platforms for behind-the-scenes content and more. Your engagement fuels our content.